Hi, it's Karen. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is a very short one that I have to tell you about today, and then I'll tell you the impetus for it. But first, this is a quick thing. So this goes with my essay on kindness and how, well, you'll hear. So here's an example of what I'm talking about. Many years ago, when my mother and I used to stay in Aspen for the summer, and she was usually there, well, she was always there longer. It was her cabin. Whatever. I wasn't going to say without her, but I was there to entertain her. But whatever. So the girls who ran the place, kindest girls I love so much from all over the world. And Alex is one of them from Austria. And I had left, and then my mother would have to return the car herself at the airport and fly. And she was, you know, getting a little older. So as some of us do, not all of us, but anyhow. So my mother said, I said, how are you getting to the airport? She said, don't be ridiculous. I'm driving myself. I'll leave the car. I said, but don't you want something to do with it? She said, well, the girls all offered, you know, to take me, but I don't want them to have to do it. So I called Alex and I said, Alex, thank you so much. That was so kind of you. And I can't do Austrian accents, but she goes, what was so kind of us? I said, you guys offered to drive my mother to the airport. And Alex said, Karen, that is not nice. That is normal. And that was, I just love that so much because, yeah, it's normal to them. It's normal to me. It's normal to us normal people. But that is so sad about the world, that people have to think that being nice or being kind is special when that should be the way of the world to begin with. So that's basically all I wanted to tell you. I could tell you where this story originated from, but not maybe. Okay, I'll tell you, and maybe we'll cut it off. If you don't want to hear it, you don't have to, because it's saying something nice about myself, which I'm not the one who said it, but it has like an interesting component. Years, let me tell you, years ago, you'll see why. One of my male friends looked at me and said, is Mr. X in love with you? And before I could do the jokey answer of like, you know, he said he'll let me know when it happens after 100 years, but whatever. He answered for himself. He said, how could he not? These were his words. Okay, you're beautiful, witty, bright, sexy, and kind. Okay, so I'm not any of those things anymore except kind. So I know that. But, and so here it is years later, and I said to him recently, you once said the nicest thing to me, and he knew it off the top of his head. And I said, do you know what the most important one is to me? And he knew it was kind. And, you know, when I ask my girlfriends, they go, oh, it's definitely pretty or sexy or whatever. No, it's definitely kind, because that is what's important to me. But here's the funny thing about it. So years ago, after that, I was talking to an ex-boyfriend in New York, and he said, I really want my daughter to meet you, because besides that, I want you to meet her, because, you know, she's his daughter. He said, you're everything that I want her to grow up to be. You're pretty, funny, smart, and nice. So he said them a little differently, but still. And I go, wait a second, because he never said anything that nice when he was my boyfriend, so I wrote it down. I said, there are only 4. I go, wait, you forgot one. And he goes, what? I was comparing it to the other thing. This guy was going, I never said anything this nice to someone in my life. And she's going, you forgot one thing. But the funny thing is, he's my ex-boyfriend, and he left out sexy. That is so horrible. Okay, but that's not what I wanted to tell you. He said nice instead of kind, and that's the important thing. And the reason that I'm talking about this is, you read in my column, I read something recently how a waitress cut up a disabled man's food, and that was considered so kind that someone gave her a college scholarship, which I'm glad for her to get his college scholarship, but that shouldn't be kind. That should be normal. Okay, so maybe you guys can all live by that now that you know what to do. Oh my goodness. Okay, see you later.